we made the film in a way that I tried to remain truthful to myself and sort of keep thinking, well, why did we make this? You got, so many scripts and ideas, and you get so far with something and you think, this is the one we're making, this is great, okay.
So Nick Gillespie is the director and co-writer of a brilliant new dark comedy, which is Paul Dude's Deadly Lunch Break, and we're delighted that Nick has joined us. Nick, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks. Hello. Nice to be here.
I loved the movie and I warmed to the protagonist, which I probably shouldn't have done. Do you want to explain a little bit about the story? Because it's a great film, but very dark comedy horror. Probably more leaning towards the comedy than the horror.
That's very kind of you, because not many people have seen the film yet. Yeah, I mean, in my own words, it's about a guy who dreams about entering and winning a talent contest. In doing that, he messes his audition up. A series of people kind of hold him up and bully him on his way there. He reaches a turning point and decides to go on a revenge killing spree, which, without any spoilers, I can say goes really, really badly for him as well.
I just love the fact that I did warm to him, though. I mean, I don't know whether that was intentional, whether you wanted me to feel that as somebody who was watching the film, because he's quite unfortunate, isn't he? He's down on his luck.
Paul Dude is an underdog. He's an unsung hero, and probably he dreams of fame and realizes that that's probably not what he wants really. He is down on his luck. I think Tom Meeten, who plays Paul, has done a fantastic job bringing his character to life and making him more three-dimensional. I think he makes a choice to do something which is really wrong and really horrible, and I think is challenged all the way through with whether or not that's right or not. And I think because of him being a victim of circumstance and the things that happen, I hope that, yes, the audience are on side with him, and I don't think anyone in their right mind would really choose to do what he chooses to do. No. But I think I can't really give any spoilers away, but when I say it goes badly, it doesn't go so well.
It does. It goes badly in some pretty gruesome detail as well, which just made me laugh, because that's the trick, isn't it? To get that balance right with comedy and horror. You can't always get it right, and I think I've seen a lot of films where they don't get that right, and you just got it spot on. It's brilliant. And we've seen a lot of comedy horrors, Raj, right?
Yeah, in fact, that was one of my questions, really. I think the UK is having a resurgence of sort of black comedy horrors, while the US is, on the very serious sort of clever, dark new horrors. Did you have that in mind when you were creating this film? Is it something like you wanted to keep going along, and with films like Extraordinary and Shaun of the Dead, it fits nicely in that little genre?
Yeah, I mean, it's putting it into a sort of genre. It's not genre defined by any means, but telling you I'd never seen it as a horror film. Actually, there were moments of horribleness in it as a dark comedy, but it was a lot of that was in the writing. So I think a lot of that was always kind of there. Matthew White, who wrote the script initially, had always wanted it to have elements of gore, in it, for it to fit into a fictitious world of, like, if you were to act out, or the characters were to act out something against their school bullies or whatever, then in a fantastical sense, because there is a death sequence, there is a dream sequence, and then what really happens isn't quite as sort of as huge as that, but the intention was really to make something that was fun, that people can hopefully find now at a time after quite a lot of, grey darkness that we've had in reality. And there's hopefully a lot of fun and colour in the film.
I was thinking that, actually, as I was watching, I was thinking this is the film that we need at the moment, because I laughed all the way through it. And there were so many funny moments. And there's so much attention to detail as well, just little comments that people have made on the social media as the live broadcast is happening. With the main character. But I mean, you've got a terrific cast. You've got Alice Lowe. We've seen her in a lot of very dark, comedy movies like Revenge, Kris Marshall, Johnny Vegas, Steve Oram as well. And Kay Burley turns up at one point.
Yes. Well, I can't remember exactly how that came about. That's, you know, we needed a news anchor in it. That sort of happened. But I'm really blessed with a really talented cast. I mean, I worked with quite a few of them in the past and pitched a film in the way that you do with any film, where you never know whether people will do it or not. And we had a wish list of people, which in 90% of it came true, which was, had anyone have told me years back that, you know, that the film would get made, but that we'd have these actors and such a talented crew behind the camera as well, I probably wouldn't have believed them.
I'm kind of curious, actually, Nick. You have had a great career behind the camera and worked on a ton of films. You've directed some shorts, and now you're directing this film. Was it a very natural, organic progression, or the goal to, you know, become a director one day, or is it just something that built up quite naturally? I've
never considered myself a director. I've always thought myself as a filmmaker, which is a term I sort of loosely throw around. And I just love making stuff. I love working with like-minded people who enjoy making stuff. And, you know, it's a brilliant job that I was originally made films as a hobby, and I've managed to make a career out of it. And, you know, sometimes you work, sometimes you don't. So, you know, I'm not a rich man, and I really, really genuinely love what I do. And I think the more that I enjoy that, the more I'm happy to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and go and stand in the field when it's raining with a load of other people who do the same thing. It's a very strange job, and to be able to be doing it now and carrying on is really important to me and special. And I think, you know, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm not saving lives, but I'm able to continue. So I don't know whether there's a goal to be a bigger filmmaker or not. I don't really know yet. I've not decided what I want to do when I grow up yet.
That's a real passion. That's good to see. Was this film quite a challenge for you? Because it looked like it was a lot of fun to make, because it is a very funny movie and it's a lot of fun, and it's full of action as well, and there's some great writing too. Obviously, you're part of the writing as well. Was it as fun to make as it seemed to be on screen?
Do you know, it was a lot of fun. I can't, you know, you always have these cliches of behind the scenes documentaries where everyone says everything's amazing, and it wasn't, and it was hard, and it's a testament to a very patient and lovely cast and crew who all got together. And like any sort of independent feature, we had a lot to do in a realistic amount of time, but a short time. But I really did. The shoot was just so good, and the build up to it. And once we sort of got green lit, it's like it's like every day is your birthday. Like if you enjoy your birthday, which I do, but I had a really nice time. We got shut down sort of shut down. We weren't able to continue working together in post, which I found a bit challenging. That was a new way of working for me. I'm very much a person who likes to be on set or in rooms discussing ideas with people. So that was new, but that's it's just like everyone really, and we've sort of learned to adapt and carry on. But I've got many fond memories of the film and the making of it, and I just want people to see it now. I want it to be out there.
Are you expecting a type of audience to appreciate this? Because I think it does appeal to a lot of people. I think it appeals really to the people that get that kind of alternative comedy, though.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I'm always nervous about showing any kind of work, because you just don't know really. And I think we made the film in a way that I tried to remain truthful to myself and sort of keep thinking, well, why did we make this? You've got, you know, so many scripts and ideas, and you get so far with something and you think, this is the one we're making, this is great, okay. So I hope at this point, people will find something fun with it. I think you can't set out to make a viral thing in the same way you can't set out to make like a cult film. But I wonder whether there will be more of a sort of cultish following. I don't know. I mean, it sounds arrogant to even presume. Like I'm nervous about. I want people to like it. Obviously, I want the right people to find it. is a dark comedy. So I think people who like that sort of stuff, and once they get the comedy in it, I think they'll like it.
Yeah. Well, sadly, we are out of time. I've got to quickly ask you, though, because I'm a big fan of your work with Shane Meadows. Are you likely to be working together again on anything soon?
I hope so. I'd hope so. There's nothing, not immediately. We speak from time to time. I always know my times with Shane and talking to him. I'm a huge fan of his work. Yeah, I'd love to do something else at some point.
Look forward to that. Thank you so much, Nick, for your time. I wish you all the best with the movie. Really enjoyed it.
Oh, that's so nice to hear. Thank you very much.
Have a great South by Southwest down the line.
Thank you very much. Very excited about it all. It's really special to be having the film there.
Excellent. Good luck with it all, Nick. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, guys.